All right. Thank you for joining me today. I will not delay this episode with a longer preamble. Let's jump into it. The title for today's episode is called Resilience, the Beauty of. Leave it at that. Now, obviously, by now, hopefully you've had a chance to peruse the website, research me a bit. The main foundation for this podcast, E20, is from my book, Resilience, the Beauty of Presence, Process Models for Life. So presence still remains in the title and the main statement of my book and a priority in these episodes. However, I was listening to another video podcast the other night, and this man made a comment that caused me to take note and step back a bit. I have taken a time with the concept, the context, and the content of the book to include the definitions that may be unusual a bit if you haven't read the book yet, and that's a hint. Please get the book. But as I said, presence is the main subject and in the process of resilience, as I understand it and as I relate it to you, all about presence, the beauty of it. The main reason, similar to the common essence that we all have, is the presence we each have, knowingly or unknowingly. Every one of us with a unique combination of traits that precede our physical example. That's presence. But in listening to this man talking about presence, moved me to reassess that concept and the context. I still stand by and with the concept of beauty in presence. But something about that dialogue that I listened to and tuned into pushed me to another perfect conclusion, or maybe a new perspective and maybe a little more depth. I realized that as much as I remain a spokesman and podcaster about presence, I'm thinking that, or unthinking and observing, maybe presence itself as a word or a concept or objective isn't enough. Yes, and hopefully with the sharing of my experiences and examples of presence may help you to define your drive for resilience. First, for you and your journey, and then the beauty of presence may no longer take precedence. Your beauty of presence is still important to me as mine is to me. But maybe just the beauty of presence is not the priority anymore. Important, but it's more to come. We all have presence. Some of us work it, some of us maintain it, some of us discover and grow with it. Some of us cower away from our own presence. We don't want to be part of it. And then some of us deny or reject our own beauty and our own presence, including our own very simple existence and presence. And maybe we do that whether aware or ignorant of our unique and purposeful quality. So maybe, again, I'm just spitballing here, may I need to retire the term presence or upgrade it to something else, something new and now. So please allow me to introduce the new title going forward. Resilience, the beauty of producing. Resilience, the beauty of producing. Hopefully you can let that sink in as I ponder it myself, that I'm really trying to rewrite my own, manifesto or book about me that was for a long time resilience, the beauty of presence. Now it's resilience, the beauty of producing. Again, if you recall in the other podcasts, while we all have creative capabilities installed in our very essence, we really don't create anything. We only can receive the inspiration from what has always already been created for us, around us, and in us. And that produces what we were created to do. That is what has brought us here together. So with our voice, our words, our purpose, our messages, our lives, from the constant love we have for daily, moment-to-moment fuel. We get there with that. We can draw on that. We can work from that. We can produce from that. From that furnace within, your and my little pilot light, a spark of inspiration, not creation, but spark of inspiration to produce. That's why I keep mentioning that to you about that pilot light that we all share, that flickering light that requires that constant fuel of love that I'm just learning of myself that exists, and for me to stop ignoring that. But anyway, we'll come back to that again. So even if our respective presences may not be shining brightly or maybe dimming a bit because of whatever happens to us, the new measure I offer for you today to consider is production. Presence still important, but now a focus on production. You know what you do or did not produce today in this moment. I do too. And that's a hard pill to swallow for me. At least for me, when I reflect on that new measurement standard. If that journal page that I have in my book is titled Today's Production, if that page is still empty, I got some explaining to do. But I'll leave this with you. Resilience, the beauty of producing. Subtagline, production models for life. The book and curriculum designed to provide you to answer the question, what drives you for your resilience? What do you produce for and with that drive? In every moment, what do you produce? So again, hey, give it a go. Give it a shot. Maybe the first answers from those questions are not memorable, but maybe still valid. Gas, waste, garbage, a sandwich, a phone call, a memo, an argument. That could have been produced. But if you will put this practice into discipline, maybe you'll begin to discover more and more of your best now. Is what you produced a podcast, a poem, a book, a memo, maybe less waste, less garbage, a new conversation, a kind word, or $1 for a total stranger? That's production. Again, give it a shot. I am. Take a shot. Don't be shy. Don't be timid. But always stay current. Stay present. Stay productive. And it's always a 20.